Hello, this is David, and welcome to my review of Tactics Ogre Untitled Lodis. This is a spin-off of Tactics Ogre Let Us Cling Together, released in 2002 for the Game Boy Advance, and as part of the Ogre Battle series. This game follows a pretty formulaic layout in that you have a battle, then you go to the world map, where you're able to go to the shop, buy new characters, buy equipment, buy spells, things like that, and then you move on to the next battle, and in between there are storyline sections. It's very easy to play. If you've played Final Fantasy Tactics, then you can play this game. However, the Tactics Ogre series was released before the Final Fantasy Tactics series, so if anything, Final Fantasy Tactics is a ripoff of Tactics Ogre. It's a pretty much a turn-based strategy RPG, and you have 8 party members. There is no permadeath for the unique characters that join you. If some of your regular party members die, you can just go buy new ones. There is a very good variety of battles, all with pretty much the same objectives though, which would be to either kill all enemies or kill the leader. There are multiple endings and branching story paths. However, the branching story paths aren't that big of a deal, and the multiple endings aren't that much from each other, but they are there, and for a Game Boy Advance released in 2002, I think that's a really good thing. The graphics and the sound are nice. It's bright and colorful and cheery. You can see everything that's going on. The map screens are detailed. There's lots of different things that get in your way, like cliffs or rocks or water and things like that. So it does add a different element of strategy. The sound, I can't be so positive about. It pretty much is the same sound over and over and over again. As far as leveling up is concerned, leveling isn't so bad in this game, I've got to say. There is a training mode where your characters can fight against each other to gain experience, but also, in addition to that, experience scales throughout this game, similar to the Suikoden series. So let's say that if your level 10 character attacks another level 10 character, you wouldn't gain that much experience. But if a level 1 character attacks that level 10 character, you probably gain a level, because this game works on that whole you gain 100 experience points to gain a level system. So if you played Suikoden, you know what I'm talking about. Now, those are all the positives of the game. There are some negatives of the game, though, and I'll go into those as well. And that is the useless spells. For the most part, all you really need are the attack spells and the healing spells. There are a ton of other effect spells, spells that will change the weather patterns and things like that, and those are entirely useless. Speaking of useless things, classes. There are many classes in this game, but some are exponentially better than others, such as knights and ninjas are so much better than anything else. You have things like witches, which use useless spells, beastmasters, dragon tamers. All those classes suck. You pretty much can win the game by sticking to knights, ninjas, one priest, and maybe a wizard if you want them. Or you could just do, 4 knights and 4 ninjas and just rule the game. Speaking of classes, you gain classes through the Emblem System. By doing various actions in battle, you gain emblems. For example, you gain the Sniper emblem by killing an enemy with a bow and arrow, and that would allow you to become the Archer class, for example. So there are various different ways to gain these classes, but for the most part, it's really a pain in the ass to gain these classes, and then you go and gain them, and they're not even useful. So I would just stick to probably knights, ninjas, a hawkman, a priest, a wizard, and just give yourself a little variety here and there. Maybe use a unique class that joins during the story if you want to, but for the most part, I beat the entire game using just knights, ninjas, hawkmen, wizards, priests. Which is actually kind of good. You don't have to worry about the class system too much. The story. I enjoyed the story, but also for the story, it's pretty much get the spear. That's the story. Get the spear. It's pretty bare bones, but it's good. And then finally, I would say that the AI in this game is pretty terrible. I mean, it's not like the worst I've ever seen, but what they do is they go and they spread out their attacks and they attack everyone equally rather than ganging up on one person. So it makes the game pretty easy. Also, you have a pretty high HP total, but in a game that features permadeath, I'm kind of happy about the easiness factor of this game. All in all, I would say this game is a gem for the Game Boy Advance, and I would highly recommend playing it. This has been David. If you like this, please like, comment, and subscribe. Have a good day.